Can you pull that chart back up again for a second?
Sure. Yeah.
So it's hard not to look at that chart and think, oh my God, it's the worst time ever to buy a house. Um, and yeah, for all the screaming that people are justifiably doing about the relatively high price of mortgage rates in the short, relative in the past decade, like I said, um, really not that high, to your point, when you look at the average over the past bunch of decades.
And
So it's
could I just
yeah,
point you to something, Adam, too, to
sure.
understand? It's like how different the housing market of the last 25 years has become.
That's
Because if you look
exactly
at
where I was
inflation,
going.
if you look at inflation adjusted prices from 1890 to the late 1990s, over 100 years, they did not go up. So what this is saying is that for most of the last century, the 20th century, home prices after adjusting for the rate of inflation, so we're adjusting prices downward for the rate of inflation, they didn't grow, meaning that prices basically grew at the rate of inflation for majority of the 20th century. Then we flip into the 21st century, something changes. We have a big bubble in '06. We have a crash. Now we have another big bubble. What I think changed in the late 90s, early 2000s, we started to have Federal Reserve interference in the economy and housing market like we had never seen
Central
before.
planner intervention. Yeah.
That's right. Alan Greenspan cutting interest rates to like 1% in 2001, right? That was really like the big thing. And then since then, the housing market has just become very volatile, right? And I feel pretty confident in saying that this situation is not going to last of inflation adjusted prices being this high. There's only really two different outs for the housing market. One is prices to crash. Another is rampant inflation, right? It's going to have to be one of those two, where
Yeah.
either prices go down by a lot, or we have some type of wage price spiral where incomes and the cost of everything go up due to inflation. That's the only way that this housing market has any chance of correcting to normal.